Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing on this amazing morning? Happy Friday. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Y'all can go out and get all the margaritas you want because you ain't got to work tomorrow. So, how's everybody doing this amazing Friday morning? Everybody, you already know the drill. Put I'm blessed in the chat. I'm blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed in the chat. Let me check and see who's in the building. Good morning, Linda. Linda's the first one in the building. Linda says, I am blessed. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Tiffany says, I am blessed and highly favored. Good morning, Tiffany Capness. I seen them, girl. Good morning, Naomi. They're looking good too. Good morning, Naomi. I'm awake, alive, and blessed. Good morning, Crystal. I'm so blessed. Good morning, Miss Lois. Miss Lois is so blessed. Let's see. Good morning, Michi. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, cousin. Good morning, Sade and Satia. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Betty Rose. She's popping in to say hey and back to moving. Oh, you moving? All right. Sounds like a plan. We are blessed. Absolutely. Absolutely. Good morning, Chantel. Good morning, Chantel. Good morning, Sis. Good morning, good morning, good morning. She says she is blessed. Good morning, Bobby. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you guys doing? And welcome. How are you guys doing? I already know you're blessed. How are you guys doing? How are you feeling? What's going on? Your energy should be up. You should be vibing pretty high today. Today is a good day. Today is a good day. So we are going to recap today on what we did for the week. What we did was we were talking about Etsy all week long, so we're going to recap on that, and then also want to discuss goals. And I'm also doing a mini little trial thing, and I'm going to accept 5 people to do this experience with me, and if you are interested, I want you guys to DM me and say experience, but it's going to be getting your Etsy shop together and all of that. So it's going to be kind of like, just getting everything, all the steps that you need to do in order to get your Etsy shop together. We're going to be working through some things together. We're going to make sure everything is working together. So if anybody is interested in setting up their Etsy shop, or you have an Etsy shop but you want to improve it, DM me and we are going to do this experience together. I don't want to call it a challenge because it's not a challenge. Nobody's winning anything. I just want to, we're going to do something. In return, I want testimonials. In return, I want your reviews for the experience. Yes, yes, and yes. So good morning, Cheryl. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Trina. Good morning, Chantel. Trina says, good morning. I am blessed. Missed the last couple of days. Been a bit of trying times on the family. I got you. I got you. We will be praying for you. In-law been in the hospital. Thought he was doing well, but he was getting worse. Okay, so let me do a quick little bit on, right? Let me do one real fast. And cousin, if she can, she will definitely send you a prayer because that's usually what she does. Let me just say something real fast for you guys. Amen. Amen. So I want to know, how many people are interested in doing, my eyelash is a little wonky today. How many of you guys are interested in doing an Etsy shop? How many of you guys are interested? Even if you have one, I want you to put ones in the chat. How many of you guys are interested in improving your Etsy shop or setting up your Etsy shop? Ones in the chat. Ones in the chat. And we've learned quite a few things, quite a few tools, quite a few resources that are going to help enhance and improve our Etsy visibility. And so if you guys are interested in doing that, again, remember I said Etsy is something that to me is an extra thing. You know what I'm saying? Because Again, I don't have to bring my customers there. There's customers there. The customers just gotta find me. And so I just gotta make myself, appetizing for them to find me. Right. And so Virgo, I'm so sorry. Oh, Trina, got you. I was like, wait, Virgo, got you. So I want to know if anybody is interested. I want you guys to DM me experience. DM me the word experience. If you want to do this, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I could take all 5 of y'all. Y'all the first ones who said 5. I could take all 5 of y'all to do the experience. We are going to have a live interactive thing. We are going to be utilizing AI. We're also going to be going over product photography. We are going to be going over your product descriptions, the titles, the keywords. We are going to be going over all of that. And we're going to do, everybody's going to have homework. You're going to have to do it. Nothing can work unless you work it. Everybody says they want change, but nobody is willing to do what they need to do in order to change. And so in order for us to see the results, we are going to have to do the work. And if you agree to doing this experience, you have to commit to me yourself that you are going to do the work. There's no excuses. You have to say that I'm not going to make any excuses as to why I can't have something done. If something happens and is beyond your control, that's something different. But just because you didn't have time because you spent too much time doing something else, that's not an excuse as to why you can't get the job done. Right. So you have to be committed. Again, anything that we do is all about commitment. It's all about the consistency. And you have to do it. You have to. In order for things to change, you got to do something different. Right. So let me see. Michi said, I'm sorry. I suck at remembering names. Oh, okay. I'm going to have to start writing them down or say them 3 times. Where did I hear that technique from? If you say their name 3 times, and like in a sentence, so they say, hi, my name is, but let's say Trina. And he's like, oh, Trina. Hi, Trina. How are you? Hi, Trina. How are you? Oh, Trina, I'm going to call you later. Or Trina, thank you so much. Or Trina, I'll talk to you later or whatever. But say it 3 times and you're going to remember. I don't know how true that is, but I've been doing it. So, and I remember you guys' names. Sometimes I don't, especially if somebody is new or whatever. But I usually try to remember everybody's names. But try that technique and see if it works. So say their name 3 times and see if that technique works for you. And see if it works for you. So what have you learned in this week that we were just discussing Etsy? What have you learned that you want to implement into your Etsy shop? Let me know in the chat. There was we covered kind of like everything for Etsy. Everything. We covered keywords. We covered using AI. We covered using even tools. We used this tool called Everbee, was something that blew my mind. And if you guys are setting up your Etsy store, you for sure need to get this Everbee because, like I said, it just mind blown. And so there's a lot of things that we can do and we can fix. And so we are going to do them, right? Yes, yes, and yes. Yes, yes, and yes. So what have you learned? I got so many papers like all over the place. I'm trying to move them. What have you learned? What have you learned? I know that I am going back into my store. I'm going back into my store to update all my photos, fix my descriptions, change my titles. I'm basically doing a whole restructuring of what I did and how I did my Etsy. When I set my Etsy shop up, I didn't even when I set my Etsy shop up, I just kind of like did whatever it said to do. I didn't do any market research. I didn't check and see what people were doing. I kind of just set my stuff up there and was hoping for the best, right? And so now we have to be doing more than just hoping for the best. Now we have to be intentional about what we're doing and what we're expecting. And so by doing this experiment and experience, by doing this experience, we are going to intentionally set up this Etsy platform, and we are going to consistently do what we need to do in order to get the job done and to bring visibility and to get the sales. Right? So good morning, Kay. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Tiffany says the different types of images, doing a lifestyle setting, product and use, item packaged, and a pretty picture. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a great takeaway. It's Happy Friday for Kay, you guys. If you are following Push Classics Collections, today is Lunch with Kay at noon. So make sure you guys join her at noon. Using better photos and videos, using Everbee to help me move in the right direction. Absolutely. Absolutely. First time viewer. Thank you so much, Bobby. I appreciate you being here. I hope that you enjoy it. And let me know while you're in the room, what are some things that you would like to learn? What are some things that you need for your business or that you just need for yourself? Yesterday we had not so much a business live. We had a live yesterday. We were joined by Miss Peachy Wimbush Polk and Miss, well, we call her Miss Peachy, but excuse me, we had a live with her and we were talking about healing from trauma, the importance of healing from trauma, and just the things and healing yourself, right? Not just your physical self, but internally, your soul, your spirit, your mind. It's just like healing all of that because everything has to work together. You can take care of the outside, but for so long, right? Until the inside starts to catch up, because you could cover the inside. You could cover that your soul is tired. You could cover that, you're not taking care of your body until it starts to break down and until it starts to manifest on the outside, right? And so you can do that only but for so long. And so we were discussing that yesterday. So whatever you need, Bobby, let me know, put it in the chat, and we will put it on a list so that I can say some things and we can have lives that you guys really want to listen to, enjoy, or learn about. So with that being said, let me see what you guys are saying. I'm here to listen and learn. Okay. I missed some parts, but I'm interested in setting up our Etsy shop and utilizing those apps like Everbee. I'm going to start a rolling doc to get started on my site, text, and products descriptions. Got you. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you doing this amazing morning? Is it warm in Canada? Thanks, guys. This is all new to me. So, Bobby, what do you do? Do you make candles? Do you make bath and body products? What do you do? Hi, Bobby. Yes, last night with you and Mama Peachy was everything. Thank you so much. We actually went over on the time, but it was just so good. Like we kind of covered everything. We covered everything, and it was just so good. We actually agreed to do a part 2. And so for the part 2, we are going to focus more on the crystals and crystal healing and what they're for. And we even in that discussion, I think I'm going to revamp my chakra collection that I did. And I know that it wasn't as successful. I mean, I did push it and I worked really hard on this collection. But the thing is that I had so many other things going on. I had so many other products that I was trying to push at the same time that it kind of got overlooked. Don't get me wrong, I sold a lot of them, but I didn't sell as many as I wanted to. And because I thought that it was something that everybody needed, and maybe I was before my time. Maybe now is the time that everybody will be willing to receive it, because now everybody is into that self-care, that affirmation, their chakras, getting in tune with their bodies and their auras and their souls, and so people are getting more in tuned into it. So maybe I will revamp it and bring it back. Well, not revamp it because it was already amazing just the way it was, but bring it back. Maybe I will just bring it back because I think it's time. I think it's time. It's finally getting warm. Yes, great great weekend weather coming. Awesome. Awesome. Do you have an event this weekend, Michelle? I'm starting my organic tea and herb business. Oh, that sounds really good. Okay, so when do you want to start? Bobby, when do you want to start? Happy Friday, Jazz. Yazzie Faye. Happy Friday. Tomorrow I'm going to go see Yaz and the little Cinnamon. I'm going to see them tomorrow. I'm going to research Etsy and set up my shop. Send me a DM. Anybody who wants to set up their Etsy shop, anybody who wants to revamp their Etsy shop, send me a DM. Send me a DM. Yes, but it's for pregnancy loss awareness. Oh, okay, got you. Got you, got you, got you. Somebody was doing some, oh, no, no, no. That was on BCMC. They were talking about this lady. She has a company. She has a can-do bar. And so she had started her company because she had lost her baby, right? Because, you know, she was looking for a way to calm her nerves and to grieve and just another out of what's the word, another outlet to, get her mind off of it. And so she started it, and she said she didn't want to share the story so much in her candle bar because she didn't want people to get sad about it, or she didn't want to let that be the reason why people came. She wanted to make sure that there was some kind of connection. And so yeah, so that just reminded me of her and her business, because that would have been a perfect thing for her to do, because we were telling her that she should start looking into programs and, talking to counselors and things like that, and see if maybe she can have like sessions for, you know, other women who have experienced the same thing, and they can bring some kind of healing and some kind of relief, just a little bit of comfort, so that they can push through. And because every, something like that, you thinking, how am I going to make it through a day, an hour, a minute, a second? You know what I mean? And from minute to minute, from second to second, is difficult. And so that would have been a really great thing for her too. But let me see what you guys are saying. Kay, you should make custom onesies. Okay, there you go. Okay. Cinnabon is almost ready. She almost ready. Almost ready to pop out. I'm going to send you a link to a video I saw this morning about Etsy. I think it was interesting. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, boo. Okay, I got you. I know a licensed grief doula. Maybe they can hook up. Yes, that would be so amazing. Is she in Canada though? Even if she was in Canada, they could still do virtual, right? Because she could put it on the screen and they could still have that meetup. That would be dope. That would be so dope. I did all the back end work. It's the pictures and DMs. Okay. Um, in the beginning stage, needing to get my social media presence up and running. Etsy sounds interesting, like something I can do, especially for those teas. Let me tell you, they are there for the teas. They are there. Yes, she is. Okay, so Michelle, send me a message and I'm going to send you the person who it is. I forgot the company's name. I know it's green and I know it has numbers, but I don't remember. It has 11 in it. It might be 311. I'm not sure. So just DM me. Just DM me and I'll send it to you. I know a doula that's great too. Let's get it. Let's go. You should have been doing interviews with her because you having a baby. You having a baby. You should have did it. You should have did it. Okay, so now we have the Etsy. Oh, before I even get back into the Etsy, you already know to DM me. But if you guys, good morning, Deltra. If you guys were in the room last night when Miss Peachy came in and delivered, put ones in the chat if you were here and you caught Miss Peachy live. Ones in the chat. That video will be on private and it will be sent to Bubble Babes University, any honor society, and it will be edited down, because I'm gonna break it down into chunks so that when you're viewing it, you don't have, sometimes people got to come back to stuff. So I want to make it digestible, and so we're going to break it down into chunks. Right? So put ones in the chat if you caught it. It's a replay day. Okay. Good morning, Sherelle. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And I'll see you in August. I'll see you in August. Okay. So what did you get from yesterday's live? Was there anything that resonated with you yesterday? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat if there's anything that resonated with you yesterday. Now, I know I said it was just divine intervention, divine timing of how we got together and how we connected. And so sometimes you got to be open to just what the world has to offer, right? Because you never know who is going to be in your life and how instrumental they are going to be in your success. I never thought, like, she pushes me to be, and every time something happens or any way that she can, she's like, Essence is the thing. I see you in Essence. You're going to be in Essence. I see it. I see it. I see it. And so we've been on this quest to get into Essence, right? But people see something in you, or people gravitate towards you, and it builds something that you never even knew could even, could even be, right? I didn't think that we were going to build such a relationship that, you know, she pours into me, and I do what I can on my side, to do the same for her, or just let her know how much I appreciate her, because she really does speak life into me. There's been times when I've been in, and as business owners, we get these moments in our lives where we don't know what the next step is. We don't know what to do. The things that we used to do are not working anymore. The sales are slowing up. Things are happening. Like she said, there was somebody who was trying to take my recipe. And so, there's just things. And sometimes you don't have somebody to speak to. And this is why I created this Bubble Babes University, so that if you are in these particular situations in your life, that you have people who understand, that you don't feel like you alone, that you don't feel like you have to struggle to try to get out of the situation, because other people can give you an insight. Sometimes your family can give you an insight. Maybe you don't have anybody in your family that are entrepreneurs. Maybe you don't have friends that are entrepreneurs, and they're giving you advice, but they're trying to give you advice because they're caring, but they're not giving you advice as an entrepreneur. And so what they're doing is for your own good. Like, oh, maybe you should not do this. It's not encouraging you to continue. It's just, continue on and do the things. It's kind of like, but I don't want to quit. You know what I mean? But I don't want to do this. I want to keep on going. And so I got to figure it out. And so you're not alone. But so in me saying that, I'm saying that we've developed a relationship, and there's been plenty of times that she has talked me off, or just inspired me, or encouraged me, or just maybe sent me a message, and just out of the blue, and that thing was something that I needed. Just some words like, I'm so proud of you, or I love you, or just anything like that, right? And so we all need that. And since we all do, that is why we are here together with each other, because somebody is going to need something, right? I know a lot of the times when Tree sends me a prayer, or when Tree says something to me, it's something that I needed at that particular time. Like, she's always on time. Always on time. And anything that happens in the universe, in our lives, always happens on time. If we feel like it's good or bad, I mean, it's just about perception, right? But it's always a learning lesson in it. And so we have to learn to start looking at what the lesson is. One of the key takeaways that I took away is that, our experiences are to help other people, because in these moments we can serve somebody else from them dark places that we were. And we are able to, even if we got out of it, like we barely got out of it, even if we barely got out of it, somebody else is deep in it, and they may need you. And by you not sharing, and by you not letting somebody know, you might be doing them a disservice. You might be doing yourself a disservice by not helping somebody else. And I'm not saying go out looking for everybody to help, but just being free enough to share your story a lot. And I was saying yesterday, a lot of you guys have started your businesses because of difficult circumstances, maybe perhaps from grieving, maybe because you lost your job and you didn't know what to do, and your lights was cut off, and you started your business because of something, and you were in some kind of space. And a lot of people have a lot of trauma from childhood. There's things that happened in their childhood, right? And they're carrying it with them. And we have to learn that in order for us to move on and be happy and live fulfilled lives, we have to learn to figure out how to alleviate that, right? And I'm not saying that it's going to go away, because healing is always an ongoing thing. But we have to learn what could we do to love on ourselves? What can we do to love on ourselves? And she said something that I thought was profound, is like, start where it hurts the least first, and then start peeling away the layers, right? So if you want to start healing and start getting yourself together, start where it hurts the least, right? Because it's going to, trying to start where it hurts the most is going to be so difficult, and it might be devastating to you, right? And so you want to start where it hurts the least, so you could be like, oh, okay, I got this. Next thing, oh, I got this. The next thing, okay, I'm stronger. I got this. I could deal with it a little bit better, right? Let's get to the thing that really, is real. This is the hardest. And now I have some skill, right? I have some skill. I'm a little bit stronger. I'm a little bit tougher, that I'm able to now unpack that thing, right? But that's one thing that really stuck with me is starts where it hurt the least, right? So what did you get from yesterday? Scroll up, Nick. On the beginning, scroll up to where? Okay, making onesies is going to be a greater way. Where do you want me to go? Let me see. I don't know. I might have missed it. Let's see. All right, let me see. So the lack of generations and households and families. Oh my gosh. Yes, yes, like mine. We don't do self-doubt talk. That's right. You don't need permission from anyone, and your story isn't just for you. Absolutely, absolutely. And I said, I don't have any grandparents, regular grandparents or great grandparents or great. I don't have any, right? And so she had 5 generations in her household. And so imagine all of the information, the wisdom, and everybody is at different stages in their lives. So their experiences are different, right? And so somebody who's been around for since 1900 is going to have a different 1915 is going to have a different experience than somebody from 1935. Somebody, you know what I'm saying? So the life is different. And so the experiences start to shift. But that was so amazing. Because again, I love to see people with their grandparents. I love to see that, because it's just it's just life. You know what I mean? You get to see so much life in their eyes and experience, and they could see the changes, and you could just listen to what they have to say. I love to listen to my elders. I will sit and listen to my elders at the foot of their bed and listen. My nana, I used to sit and just listen to her speak. Just listen to her speak, because not that she was saying anything, wise or profound. It's just that I'm just fascinated. You've been on this earth for this long, and I'm just fascinated. Not only at that, I'm a weirdo, and I'm looking at people's skin, and their skin is so beautiful. I love my grandmother's skin used to be so soft and beautiful and shiny. It had no wrinkles. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, your skin is so amazing. You're so amazing. I used to say that to her. Good morning, Lakeisha Keisha. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And the importance of having a spiritual toolbox. Yes. Oh, okay. Got you. I'm gonna sit you next to my grandma tomorrow. Okay. I'll take it. I will take it. Yes, the importance of having a spiritual toolbox, because you got to get your life together. You got to get yourself together, right? Yes, the business is one thing. Yes, the physical is one thing. But when your mind is cloudy and it's all over the place, that's not good. Not that it can't be good, but it's not good. It's only going to work like that until you start to break down. You're only going to be able to keep putting things that don't belong in your body, or that's not going to be healthy for you, into your body until, yes, certain things start shutting down. Systems are going to start shutting down. Arteries are going to start to get clogged. Things are going to stop working. You know what I mean? And then when you break down and you go to the hospital, then it's like, oh, I'm going to eat better. Oh, I'm going to do better. But it's only until we finally break down that we decide that we're going to do better. So now that we know this information, like she said, don't wait till you're 50 to get it together. Start taking care of yourself right now. Start taking care of what you put into your body right now, what you put into your mind right now, what you are surrounding yourself with, the friends you're surrounding yourself with, the shows that you're watching, the music that you're listening to. I do find that, I'm just going to say this real quick. I do find that when I'm watching certain shows, there is a triggering emotion. And so it'll take me down a rabbit hole of false emotion, because it's not, I don't feel it because it's happened to me, right? It's I'm pissed off at a show, or I'm sad about a show or something like that. Or you have certain feelings like, oh, that would never happen to me, and da. And so you getting that energy going, and that energy is not positive energy. And so you just keep on creating that snowball of energy in your body, and you start reacting to people in that same energy, right? You're not talking to people no more out of love, or just out of just like, just true having a true conversation. Now you're acting as a result of those emotions that you're feeling. And so you're snippy, you're quick, you're dismissive sometimes. And so I noticed that. I do. And if you pay attention to some of the things that you are watching, and the emotions that it pull out of you, like those housewife shows, I used to love them, and I used to give my commentary on it, and I just thought it was it didn't affect me. It's the funniest thing ever, but it actually does. It actually does. Because the way you start to relate it to your person, is like, that would never be me. I would never do this, and I would never do that, and my man would never. And if that was me, I would have punched in her face, and I would have did this. And then you start thinking about it all day long. That ain't even your life. It ain't even your life. So pay attention to the stuff that you're watching. Pay attention to the stuff that you're listening to. Pay attention to the stuff that you're reading. Pay attention to the stuff, and that's not just drama related stuff, but like, the killings and all of that. Like, you and you just get uh every day. It takes a little something. It takes a little something. It takes a little something from your joy every single day. So try to stay in high vibrations. Try to stay in high vibrations. I love skin. That, right? That's why I pour into mine. I do. I'm absolutely fascinated with skin. Very true. When your mind isn't clear, it's hard for you to focus. Yes. I barely watch TV anymore. Right. I binge watch a series, and then I go on hiatus for a few months. Those housewife shows are horrible for me. See, I'm trying to go cold turkey on them. I'm telling you, those shows, ugh, just the energy. I mean, they're funny, and the fights are funny, and the arguments are funny, but then you're like, your energy is weird. And I'm like, I can't do that with my energy. I can't. And so I can't tell you the last time I've seen a housewife show. And I used to love Potomac, the Housewives of Potomac. I used to love them. I used to love Atlanta, and all the other ones were in. But those two I absolutely loved. I used to love Married to Medicine, like all of the shows that used to come on, or all the shows that Andy did. I was on them. I did my Love and Hip Hop. Well, that's not Andy, but Love and Hip Hop. All those shows I used to be invested in, and I had to stop. And I have not seen any of those shows in quite some time. Quite some time. Selling Sunset, loading, then hiatus. Michelle says, my household call me grandma and boring because of the shows I watch. Very careful in what I feed my spirit. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then the stuff that they let the kids are watching, I'm like, where did we miss out? Because why are we allowing our kids to watch these shows? A lot of the shows don't have parents in the household. And I'm not talking about in reality. I'm talking about on the show itself. The parents are not there. Now, when I grew up, they had the parents on the show. I grew up with the Cosby Show, with Full House, with Family Matters. All those shows, I don't remember any shows that didn't have a two parent household or anything like that back then. Now we have all kinds of craziness going on with the kids and what they're doing, and the subjects, and it's so suggestive, and I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I'm just like, why would our, and then we wonder why Why the kids are messed up? Why the kids don't know what they want? Why the kids can't make decisions on their lives, or they don't know what they are. You know what I'm saying? And we're wondering why, when all of this stuff is being pushed into them with the music. Remember when, and this is just me going, hey Jasmine, hey. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Remember when you used to get music and it used to say parental discretion advised, explicit, and you couldn't buy it, you had to show ID, and you had to do all of these things? Our kids could listen to it on their phone. They don't have to be, there's no warning on it. There's no let's get your parents permission. You could actually go to school and the kids could say they want to be whatever, and they don't have to tell the parents. Wait a minute. When did I lose my ability to take care of my kids? Right? When did you take control of my kid and give my kid permission to do whatever is over there? When did I relinquish that? I never did. But this is what they have going on right now. The world that we live in is a little bit crazy. The world that we live in is a little bit crazy. And the stuff that I hear from these middle schoolers, because my neighbor has she has middle schoolers, it's a lot. It's a lot. As they have anxiety, they have depression, they emo, what? What? At 12? At 12, in a 2-parent household, you have depression and anxiety over nothing in the home, over the things in school. It's insane. It's insane. Trina said I stopped watching all the stuff after the birth of my first son. That stuff have you looking at your partner across the room wondering what, right? You on your phone. What you doing on your phone? You on your phone a little too much. Let me see. Give me your phone. Let me see what you doing. Who you talking to? Who's this? Who's that? And then you just creating something from nothing, right? I love listening to my grandfather's stories when I was a kid too. I'm telling you, so it's something so amazing about that. I have my trash TV shows, but I'm listening the time I watch TV. Yep. I get way too invested and my energy definitely is weird. Yes. You name it, all my shows. I love Basketball Wives, but I didn't even finish the season. I didn't even know it still existed. It's like after Tammy went off Basketball Wives sucked. I love Tammy and what's the other girl's name? I see her face, but I can't remember. She was married to Ocho Cinco. Evelyn, because she was entertaining. I watched Cosby Show and House of Pain. I started watching Bluey with my kids, teaches them emotional intelligence. I love it. Yes, Basketball Wives is my fave. Good morning. We talking shows. Yes, we're talking about the energy and how your energy changes when you're watching those shows. TVs nowadays are horrible. Yes, indeed. I fell back from them. I was getting ridiculous. It was getting ridiculous. It made me sick to see Black women portrayed like that. Right. And they don't never show the good, I mean, I'm not going to say never, but it's mostly about the fighting and the bickering and all of that. Ain't no discretion no more. They dang near got porn. And let me tell you something. I'm not going to tell you my son will get upset, but they can access it on their phone. They can access it on their phone without anybody doing anything. They can get any site they want. Any site they want. Even on a streaming. Like if you are, because my neighbor came over the other day and he was like, oh, don't click on that because that's going to take you to porn. Don't click on that because it's going to take you. Don't do that, And it's like, well, why are they, there is no guidelines. We just leave it open for the world. The shows for kids nowadays are all stupid. Yep. Preach. Yes. I'm bringing you to Amir's next school meeting. Okay. Yes, yes, and yes. Come on, Miss Lois. It's crazy. Yeah, the Holy Spirit been convicting me of watching certain TV shows. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Even the ones with, okay. I had to think about it how I was going to say it, but all of, and I'm not a holy roller, and I'm not saying, anything, right? But these shows that show like devil worshiping, seances, any of that, I can't watch it because I feel like that I don't want that energy in my house. Period. Right? I don't want that energy in my house, period. Because I feel, and this is just me and my beliefs, I feel that the intention of when it was being made was in the spirit of being evil, in the spirit of, and I am not about that. I'm not about that. I'd be like, I can't watch that. I'm not gonna watch that. Oh, what they doing? Oh no, I'm not watching that. And I used to love those kind of things, but I don't anymore. I don't anymore. Especially when I see, I'm not good with that stuff. When I see all that stuff, I'm like, They're showing you what to do. They're showing you how to do it. And then when the kids start doing it, then we're like, oh, well, where did they get it from? Unmonitored television. Clearly, clearly. I still snatch my 15-year-old text sometimes. That's right. He knows I'm mommy even in the grave. Okay. I still snatch my 15-year-old text. Um, we used to do that to my son up until till he went to college. Like, oh, you don't know what you want to do? You got a problem? You can't do what you told? You don't need internet. Phone's not working, TV's not working, games not working, nothing's working. Of course, you love the New Yorkers. You know it. I do. Has anyone watched Gracie's Corner? I heard Gracie's Corner was pretty good. I need to see what my baby girl will be watching. I heard Gracie's Turn Up. Yeah, I heard that was pretty good. Listen, Gracie's Corner is everything. I think she will be watching Auntie Tab Brown. That's a good one. I may start it now. And you need to do My Baby Can Read, Baby Einstein. You need to be doing those things because babies can learn to read. My nephew was reading at 2, at 2 years old. My nephew could point out the words. He knew what they meant. He could point out the letters. He knew how to do everything. So the Baby Einstein and My Baby Can Read. Those are old school, but definitely do that. Social media is the cause for a lot of their depression. Yes. And you notice this, and I don't even know how this conversation just went to, it's Friday, it's a free for all anyway. But the kids are watching crazy stuff on TikTok, crazy stuff on YouTube. My nephews, because my kids are grown, my nephews was watching Bendy on YouTube. And what? How did this even get portrayed as a kid show? This thing is not for kids. Kids should not be watching Bendy. Not in my opinion. But especially impressionable ones, they should not be looking at that at all because they don't know how to differentiate this when they go to school. And so when they say something, they're repeating from this YouTube video, and they take it and they go and say it in school, and then they get in trouble in school, or they get it, they get expelled, or they lose privileges or whatever in school because they're saying things that they hear in these weirdo things that they're allowing the kids to watch. Oh, and so my point was, my friend said she ended up taking her daughter's phone because of the TikToks and everything that she was watching. She got in trouble in school, and so she took the phone, and she said her daughter was relieved. Her daughter was relieved that she took the phone from her so that she didn't have to scroll on TikTok. Like, why did she feel like she had to scroll on TikTok if she didn't want to? Why did she feel like she had to watch certain things if she didn't want to? So it's crazy. It's crazy. Everyone is blogging this perfect life, and kids and adults compare their lives to what they see. It's crazy. Absolutely. Absolutely. My babies have loved it since like 3 months. Okay. Trina says, yes, they can. My 11-year-old told me, Mom, I have something to tell you. I came across a lot of inappropriate videos where people were doing things to kids and I turned it off. He told me it's a lot. Why are they doing this type with kids? Disguised as kid stuff. Yep. 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 You're going to be jamming to Gracie's. I'm an empath, so I don't play with true crime shows or horror. Nope. I'm with you on Nick. I'm with you, Nikki, concerning these shows and watching them. Yes. Yes. It does something to my spirit. I'm just like, I cannot listen. We could talk for hours about this topic. We can, and that's the truth. But there ain't gonna be no if I see a seance on my TV, it's off. Or I'm walking out the room. It's off. And I'm gonna sage and I'm gonna clear this energy because that ain't gonna stay here. That is not gonna stay here. Nope, exactly. You give the devil authority to oppress you through the things you consume. Big no. I don't even watch horror movies anymore. Me neither. Me neither, Jazz. And I used to. I don't. I want to check out Uncle Snoop's show too. YouTube kids be having videos when people put evil, violent, or sexual stuff hidden within the videos. Absolutely. You think YouTube kids is safe, but it is absolutely not. It is not. Um, and you are so right, Michi. You are so right. Bring back Little Bill. I loved Little Bill. Little Bill. I love Little Bill. Shamar loved Little Bill. Little Bill, Blues Clues, the original Blues Clues with Steve and not whatever his name is, Josh. I watched it with my nephew and I was like, who is this? Where's Steve? Captain Kangaroo, Mr. Rogers, Dora, and the rest for these kids. I'm telling you. My kids love Gracie, especially my 5-year-old. With autism, your 5-year-old son with autism, got it. Yes, me and Gabby be jamming to Gracie's Corner and she earns along the way. I miss Little Bill. Franklin, oh my gosh, Franklin was so good. All those cute shows on Nickelodeon. They had the best kids stuff. Oh, the Magic School Bus was my jam. I love science, always have. Yes, Gracie's Corner is amazing. The Alphabet song had all the grown folks in the chokehold. Good morning, Yolanda. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We have now fell into talking about the shows and how it affects us in our moods. And we were talking about what is, the kids and what's being programmed into the kids and how it's affecting them in school and things like that. So that's what we're talking about. I'm pop locking the Gracie now. Okay. Let me see. Yes, feed them babies as much educational stuff as possible. Yep. My son is 3 and could count to 100 at 2. Come on. Was reading that too. I'm telling you. New letter sounds at 1.5, 2. He figures out names better than adults at 3. I'm telling you, them babies, multiple minds. Multiple minds. And don't talk to your baby in baby talk. Talk to your baby in real speak in real tone. Don't be like, oh my goodness. Don't do all of that. Don't do all of that. I'm not saying now don't be loving, but I'm saying use real words because they're going to say what you say. My niece, she was like, her mother said, hey girl. And she was like, hey girl. And she said, girl. And I was like, did she say girl? But they're saying what you're saying, right? You say sounds, they'll figure those things out. They will figure those things out. Kids are smart. Kids are smart. Yes, Amir did. Your baby can read. He jumped 2 reading levels since December. Let's get it. It's addictive. It's addictive and overwhelming. I hate TikTok and non-educational short form content, right? I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Lesson. My son got in trouble while in college. I took the TV game, everything. I don't play. I don't care if you in college. I'm coming. You represent me. Period. And as long as I pay for this, you better get your life together. You better get it in order. Amir won't have a phone until like 13, and I don't think kids should have phones, especially if they take the bus. If they're at home, um, if they go home and they walk home from the school bus alone, or you're not home when they get home, then I say they could have a phone, but they should have a house phone. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think kids need to have a phone under 13. I don't. I don't think they need. I don't think it needs to be in their face. I don't watch demonic or horror movies. That's right, Miss Lois. That's right. It's an upside down world right now. What used to be wrong, it seemed like they are making it right. It's very scary. It is so scary. So scary, Cheryl. You are absolutely right. Michelle says, my 3-year-old loves Dora and the Berenstain Bears. I love them too. I used to love the Berenstain Bears. And remember, we used to have and they need Saturday morning cartoons and conjunction function. What's your function? I used to love that. And I'm just a bill. Remember that stuff? They used to educate us. They used to. But now, no more. I'm down with the Magic School Bus. Yes, the Smurfs and the Jetsons. Oh, I used to love the Jetsons. The Jetsons used to be my thing. Little Bear too. Those were the good old days. I'm telling you, Bart, and I even the oldest son loved Barney. The youngest son couldn't. He didn't want to do any. He didn't want any of the kid shows. He wanted to watch Spider-Man and Pokemon, and that's what he wanted to watch. But my oldest son, he loved Barney. I had every Barney. Remember they used to come out on the DVDs. I had all of those. All of those. Come on, Jasmine with the shows. That was a time. I'm telling you. The Reading Rainbow. Yes, my TV stayed on PBS Kids, and I'm with you. I'm with you. Now it's pure foolishness because they're trying to dumb down the masses, and they're doing it. And they're doing it. You are absolutely right, Michelle, and they are doing it. It was Yaz. I'm gonna start back watching them. It was. That's what she said. It was. Yes, I'm gonna start back watching them. That's right. Nostalgic millennial. Reading Rainbow. I can do anything. Take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow. Even the political news feed does something to your spirit. Absolutely. Because that they trying to scare you. They're inciting fear and anger. That's all they're trying to do. News is for you would think news is for information, right? To be informative. It's not. It's to incite emotion. It's you know what I'm saying? Like that's what it's for. Right? News don't start with the good stuff. News start with the Justin. This just happened. This person did this. That's how it starts. It gets you all riled up. I love Reading Rainbow. I still know the song, right? Arthur. Arthur was the best. Arthur was the best. Auntie only had basic cable, so PBS Kids was always on. In this day and age, they need the phone with. In this day and age, they need the phone with all this mess. I think you're saying in this day and age, they don't need the phone with all this mess. My sister has to watch for my son. He can only call certain people and he can't get on YouTube or anything like that. Yes. Oh, you said in this day and age, they need a phone. Which one are you saying? They need a phone or they don't need a phone with all that mess? Yep, they use fear to control you. Absolutely. Absolutely. And they use the anger too, right? The music got me all the time. Barney too. I was outside catching raindrops. Like, do you remember when Barney and Bebop they was doing? Oh, was it Bebop and what's the other one? It's like I love apples and bananas. I forgot how it go now, but I hear it in my head. I love to eat apples and bananas. And she's like, they was doing the vowels, and it's like, I love to oh. Apples and bananas. How those things still stuck with me, I have no idea. Because I have not seen them in 20 years. In 20 years, let me see. If you are not godly, you can easily fall into a rabbit hole. Absolutely, Cheryl. The news is entertainment. Absolutely, Miss Lois. Yolanda says, yes, I cut out a lot of things. It disturbs my mood, and I mean my energy and my mood. Yes. Yes, yes, and yes. Yes, the news is a TV show. Right. It's reality TV show. It's one of those. It's mostly scripted and fictional. Yep. BJ and Bebop. Yep. Baby Bop. Yep. That was my girl. Oh, Caillou. Yes. If someone mentions Caillou, there's something wrong with you. If someone mentions Caillou, there's something wrong with you. I am kidding. To each their own. I think he is so annoying. I loved Caillou. My dad calls me Boobop. Aw. Was BJ on Barney from the start? I don't remember. BJ was green, right? And Bebop. Baby Bop was, what is she? Yellow? I don't remember. BJ and Baby Bop. Yep, green and yellow. Oh, you didn't like him either, Jasmine. You didn't like Caillou? He is so annoying. My grandmother was watching All My Children as the world. Oh, so they was watching the stories as the world turns and Young and the Restless. I think that's why I grew up with a spicy attitude. My 3-year-old outgrew his kids' songs. He be looking like he want to sing them, but he too grown now. He's on PJ Masks. PJ Masks was good too. Baby Bop was green. BJ was yellow. Yep. Me too, Sherelle. My mama stayed on Young and the Restless. Mm-mm-mm. Shows shows the impact positive shows had on us as our and our kids. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. That was so good. We went down memory lane on our shows. Amir loved Caillou. I'm telling you, poor cancer looking baby. I was like 5. Where's his he's I was like, he's 5. Where's his hair? He was low key annoying. He whined so much. Love Caillou and Sister Scene Kid. Okay. I didn't see Sister Scene Kid. Who's that? Is it in Caillou? Oh, Sid the Sign. Oh, okay. I'm like, who's that? Okay. Okay. Gotcha. I was like, who's the scene? Who's the scene? My sister liked Barney and Caillou. I too thought he was annoying. Why did everybody think he was so annoying? My favorite show was Out of the Box. Who's Out of the Box? Let me see. Let me look that up. Uh-uh. Oh, I didn't watch it, but I know what it is. I didn't watch that one, but I do know what it is. Oh, the big comfy couch. Oh, and lamb chop. Don't laugh. But I even cut out listening to Dr. Umar podcast. I had to stop listening to him too. He had me looking at my coworker side eye. I'm telling you, and I was getting angry. I'm like, you good. You saying some stuff. But I had to stop. Macy was a good one. Yep, love that. Sesame Street was annoying. Sesame Street was good. My grandmother watched her stories, and you better not ask to watch anything else, right? You're not turning the channel. I like this topic. I'm writing these down for my baby girl. The big comfy couch, right? OMG, I love the big comfy couch and lamb chop with the never ending song. This is the song that doesn't end. And it goes on and on, my friend. Some people started singing and not knowing what it was. And they'll continue singing it forever just because it is the song that I love that. I wasn't a big fan of Sesame Street either. No Disney for your baby girl. Ah, yeah, don't definitely. Disney is that'll take me down another rabbit hole of conspiracy, but we ain't gonna do it. And we not gonna do it. I still sing that song, right? I agree, unless it's super old school Disney. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Modern day Disney is satanic. I did not say it's gonna take me down. It'll take me down a whole conspiracy rabbit hole. I can see why my mom rolled her eyes at lamb chop, but I loved it. Mm-hmm. I love it. I love it. So you guys, this was so good. We went down memory lane. We went down memory lane with the shows, and y'all made me think of some shows I totally forgot I used to love. That was so good. It was so good. We need to have free for all Fridays always. Always. So with that being said, next week don't forget to get the book Psycho Cybernetics, because Psycho Cybernetics, we're going to be reading chapter 1 and 2. So have chapter 1 and 2 read by Monday. By Monday, or listen to by Monday. We're going to leave it at that. Right? Because come on, Jasmine. My kids love the big comfy couch. Umar Johnson will definitely have you showing up to work feeling hella militant. Yes, old everything. My friend does not let her 3-year-old watch anything made after 1995 except Cars. Okay. Like, you're not watching none of this new TV, this new stuff. They got stuff going on. We don't need you watching that. Yolanda said to Yaz, no, Dr. Umar have you turned up. Yep. What was the book? The book is Psycho Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. You can listen to that book for free on YouTube. Monday, have chapter 1 and 2 together. And then write down what stood out to you, what resonate with you, and what you're going to put into play into your life, right? Don't just read the book and don't start doing anything. Read the book and take action. In this day and age, they need a phone. Okay, there you go. This day and age, they need a phone with all this violence. That's true. The phone needs to be monitored, or give them a watch. Okay, got you. That can make outgoing calls. Okay, I got you. And that it is true. It's true, because all the things that's going on with schools, and I mean, I get what you're saying. If the phone was extremely monitored, but then again, how we were just talking about YouTube Kids and how they let things push past it. If you have YouTube on the phone, well, like you said, if you only have the calls and you can't have access to any of the social media, okay, that'll work. That'll work. And it does it right. It just needs to be one of them regular flip phones, one of those little boost burnout phones. It don't need to be something that, have all the bells and whistles. I got 2 more weeks. So Dr. Umar, where you at? Amir had a watch with Attacker, and I could listen to. No internet, and he could call 5 people. Okay. I was an SOS person. Got you. My grandmother was a God and Light fan. Oh, God and Light. Oh my gosh. Dr. Umar will get you charged. Oh, you said, okay, so he had a watch with a tracker on it. Oh, it says an Attacker. Got you. Get them a Firebug phone. They can only make calls out. But what if you gotta call them? I'm sitting here making excuses for me saying have a monitor phone when I think they should have a monitor phone or not. So I'm making excuses like, well, why not? But you guys, this has been so much fun. I'm so happy that you guys chimed in with the TV shows. It was so fun to go down memory lane. You guys, now Yazzie Faye got some shows for her baby girl to be watching, and make sure you get that make sure you do the Baby Einstein and My Baby Can Read. If you still got our ears, make sure you use that. Make sure you use that. And oh, she's talking about the Firebug phone to Sherelle. Schools are requiring, I just dropped off in the middle of my thing, right? Schools are requiring students to bring phones for their assignments. What? Why? Why would you need a phone for your assignment? Don't they give them laptops? I think I have another day. Another day. But you guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys for spending your hour with me. I know that your hour with me. Why can't I speak? Spending your hour with me. I know that you could be doing anything. I know a lot of you guys are working, and this is an hour of your time that you're not going to get back. And I know we didn't have no real discussion about anything. We just kind of like, talked about some things that we were doing and some things that we were watching. But I just hope that maybe it was entertaining for you and that you enjoyed your hour in this investment that you spent with me this 1 hour talking about old school nostalgic memorabilia. Not memorabilia, because this is just the show, so the old school shows. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. You guys have an amazing weekend. And if you have shows this weekend, I hope that you guys sell out, and just be mindful about what we're allowing our kids to watch. Be mindful about what you are watching. Be mindful about what you're listening to, because it does affect you, and you don't want that to affect your energy, especially when we're trying to manifest great things for 2023 and so on, right? So want to make sure that we are diligent about what we ingest, right? What? They don't block YouTube and TikTok ads on school laptops. Read with your baby a lot. You could be reading now while she's in the womb. My baby loves books. He sit with books and sight word cards for hours. Yep. I have my nephews. One would watch a lot of Disney, lot of Toy Story, and a lot of that. The other one wanted to learn, so he would get the flashcards out. He would get the not the etch and sketch, but one of those things where you just write the letters and stuff, and like for Auntie, write the letters so he could do the letters. He would sound out the letters and point out the letter. He loved to learn. He loved to learn. And so it's good to teach them early so that they can develop the habits when they get older. I love me some Oscar the Grouch, right? Then there's always the Ghostbuster cartoons. Yeah, that was good too. Amir, let me see. Amir hit an ad by mistake and hasn't had his laptop since Wednesday. Yet they won't block it. That's their fault. That's their fault. Michelle said, blessings, everyone. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Oh, hot dog, hot diggity dog. I remember that. Enjoy your weekends, ladies. Thanks for the mood boost. Needed it. Awesome. Social media are locked on the school internet. Yes, because we used to go to the basketball games and couldn't even check our social media. Have a blessed weekend, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend, ladies. That's from Miss Lois. Yeah, I said not here. They are terrible. Somebody needs to go and speak up. Somebody needs to go and speak up. But you guys, don't forget Psycho Cybernetics chapters 1 and 2. We will be doing that. DM me if you want to do the Etsy experience. Send me a DM and just type the word experience in, and we will get you all together, and I will keep you guys informed and give you the information of what we need to do and when we're going to meet. Da 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 da. And what else? If you guys are watching the replay, which I'm probably not even going to save this one because it really is just about us just talking about random stuff. I'm so hungry, my stomach's growling. I'm talking about random stuff, but yeah, I'm not going to keep it. So you guys, anyway, just hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up so that YouTube can see people are commenting and doing the things that they're supposed to be doing. Right? Have a great weekend. See you tomorrow, Nick. I will see you tomorrow, Yazzie Faye. Everybody have an amazing day, an amazing weekend, and I will see you back here on Monday. Bye, y'all.